Hey guys, I'm at work today. Can you tell? Studio photography. I will be getting you guys some cards, but there's something that I wanted to address, just quickly talk about. And I've been really struggling. As some of you remember, I posted a little bit about an article or a page that I wanted to write for a friend of mine who's writing, who's putting a blog together about magical ways of living and spiritually living. And I've been struggling with the concept of being a witch or identifying as a witch. You know, I'm definitely more of a pagan, right? So you think every, well, at least most religious practices have their element of people that are intuitively inclined, you know, the people that have the visions, the prophets, the the visionaries, the people who speak in tongues, you know, all of these things, the healers. Every religious practice, I think, has, that part of it. And I think that's what resonates with me. I do see myself as pagan. I follow a nature path, and I follow the seasonal year. I follow the solar year. I know my body becomes in sync with the moon. I know that, I feel better when I'm in nature. So, the idea of a witch is just, someone, there's lots of people, resonate with more of a nature-based spiritual practice. But not all pagans are witches, and not all witches are pagans, so I'm sort of in that in between. I can't quite grasp the right words to say how I live as a witch, because it's mostly just as a pagan. And I do struggle with that. There is that side of myself that when I was younger, doing, ritual magic and spells and, candle magic and all of that stuff was, it was important. But, I've gotten to the point in life where it's not as important as it used to be. It was my gateway drug, into my own spirituality. And to sort of create a language that I can speak to the universe, and the universe can speak to me through, was, it is colors and numbers and, correspondences and synchronicities. It's all of those things. That's how I speak to my own divinity, is through those tools. But I'm really struggling at putting the words together on how I live. And I think, I've been struggling with that. And also my lovely boyfriend he's a sculptor, and he wants to sculpt me in bronze, and he's like, well, what do you want to be doing? What is part of, want to encapsulate part of your soul in this sculpture is sort of what he wants to do. It's like, yeah, you can get the pose and everything, but there's going to be something else to it that makes it stand out. And so I've been sort of, again, going really deeply in and trying to find that part of ways to explain myself, and ways to explain my soul. And I've really been struggling with that. He's like, oh, we could have, maybe, a book, or, reading a book, or, all these different things. And he's definitely like I don't know if he's on the right track or not, but I feel like I can't put any input into it, because I'm just like, I just am, and then last night, I had my spiritual group that I go to every fortnight with my mentors, and we do a lot of work and meditation and things of that nature. And the same sort of thing came up where, the meditation was to separate your spiritual body from your physical body and let your spiritual side talk and let your physical side talk. And I couldn't separate the two. I could not separate the two. They were completely different energies, but they work together, you know? They're all just one and the same. You know, everyone else was like, yeah, I can totally do that. And I was like, I can't. I was struggling with that. And it's not, and I realized that there's a different side of me that some people see and some people do not. A lot of people see, you know, the exterior points of my personality. They see the fact that I'm quiet, you know, I'm the shy type. I like to just sort of blend into the background a lot of the time. People feel very confronted by me sometimes, but I'm very easy to talk to. So they, you know, there's that. I mean, there's so many different aspects of me that I don't understand. You know, and it's not like a worrying thing. It's just a different sort of feeling, because I think I've come to like this point in life that I accept me just as me. I don't try and put labels on as we used to. You know, labels really constrict and confine your imagination and your ideas to specific things, and those labels are defined only by you. Someone else's idea of what that label means is completely different to them. So, you know, I look at all these labels that come up even within the spiritual groups, and you know, you've got people who are witches, people who are light workers, people who are shadow workers, people who do this, who do that. I'm psychic, I'm clairvoyant, I'm clairsentient. You know, people identify with so many labels, and that's cool because it helps other people to understand that. But when you look at yourself without the labels and see how it feels. You know, I think I'm just at that point. Maybe I'm just at that point in life where, you know, I find labels to be bullshit. I find them to be absolute bullshit. You know, I've always been the type to go with energy. You know, if energy feels good, I'm gonna go with it. If it doesn't feel good, I don't want it. So I'm really struggling with this. If you guys have any input, please let me know. Yeah, I'm really struggling with that, and sort of looking, you know, I look, you know, when I'm talking about like witchcraft and I'm talking about things magically, and you know, a lot of people ask me the stuff that I was working with, you know, 20, 30 years ago. And I know that I've changed a lot since then. So I feel like some of it's valid, some of it's not. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I know this is a big rambly post, and there's really no point to it other than just to start a discussion to hopefully help my brain. But let me know what you guys think. If you use labels and how you label yourself, and if those labels are correct. Yeah, struggling with this one. And yeah, I'll be back in touch later today with some more stuff. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good Easter, and I hope everybody is well and all that stuff. Screen just turned off. So, okay, I'll talk to you guys. Bye.